Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Today we'll learn the how to balance the chemical equations. So before balancing the equations, you should know how to write a chemical equations. So in the previous class, I have told you how to write the chemical equations. Suppose an equation, any reaction is happened, to represent that we are using the help of the chemical equations. So suppose, let me take the example of activity 3. In the activity 3, the zinc react with hydrochloric acid. So we got uh, zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. Okay, now we have to, first of all, we have to write the chemical equations. Okay, whatever the given here, first we need to write the chemical equation. So in the formula, zinc, what is the formula for zinc is Zn. Formula for hydrochloric acid is HCl. So these two are the reactants. When they combine, we'll get the product as zinc chloride. So ZnCl2 plus hydrogen. So this hydrogen is in the form of gas. So we have to look diatomic molecule. So what is the formula for zinc chloride? So zinc is cation. So we'll have Zn plus 2. Chloride is anion minus. So if you apply crisscross method, we'll get Zn1Cl2. ZnCl2. Okay, this is how we got the formula for zinc chloride. Next, let me balance. See, what you need to see is the left side we have zinc, hydrogen and chlorine. Right side also we have zinc, hydrogen and chlorine. Let me check. So we have one zinc, one hydrogen, one chlorine. Right side we have one zinc, two hydrogens, two chlorine. So you can see here hydrogen and chlorines are more at the product. So we have to we need to write the coefficient. Okay, so we should not change the given formulas. We should write a coefficient in front of this chemical formulas. So here we have two hydrogens, so we'll make it here two hydrogens by multiplying 2. If I multiply 2 here, automatically this will multiply with the chlorine. So if I write 2 here, now we'll have two hydrogens, two chlorine. So you can say the number of atomics. So as we know, as per the law of conservation of mass, the number of atoms in the reactant should be equal to the number of atoms in the product. So we have to use law of conservation of mass to obey the law of conservation of mass. So we are balancing this chemical equation. Not only this, I will tell you some other equations. So we will take, when this ferrous oxide react with aluminium, we'll get aluminium oxide plus ferrous. Okay, this is an displacement reaction you have learned in the 9th class. This iron is more reactive than aluminum, so aluminum will react with oxygen. So here we can see we have a reactant, we have iron, we have oxygen, we have aluminum. Right side also we have aluminum, we have oxygen, we have iron. So the total number of irons are 2, oxygens are 3 and aluminum is 1. Here we have 2 aluminum, 3 oxygen, 1 iron. So what you need to balance? See, here we have 2 iron, here we have 1, so we have to make it double. So just we'll write a coefficient here 2. So if I balance the ferrous, here we have 2 aluminum, here 1, so we'll write 2 here. So this is unbalanced. And remember that whenever an equation is unbalanced, that is also known as skeletal equation. The unbalanced equation is known as skeletal equations. Okay, we have other name of this unbalanced equations. Okay, let me balance some other questions. NaOH plus sulfuric acid gives rise to sodium sulfate plus water. Okay, here we need to balance. See, we can see here we have a sulfate is already balanced. So next we'll take about the sodium. We have 2 sodium here, 1, so I will write 2 here. Directly we can balance sodium 2 ne 1 2. Next we'll balance the hydrogen. See, we have 2 H2 H2, so total 4 hydrogen. Here we have only 2, so we'll write a coefficient 2 here. So 2 2s are 4 hydrogens. So here totally here we have 2 oxygen, here also we have 2 oxygen, because sulfate and sulfate both are same. Okay, so this is the topic, balancing the chemical equation. Next we have how to make the chemical equation more informative. Okay, making a chemical equation more informative. Next we'll learn the next topic. So you need to practice how to balance the chemical equations. You can take the help of your teacher. So making chemical equation more informative. So now the next topic is how to make the chemical equation more informative. So he's saying, as per your textbook, so you can make the chemical equation more informative. First thing is you have to write their physical state. So you have to write their physical states, like calcium oxide. Its physical state is solid. Okay, and some of the compounds or the substance, they are combined with the water. So physical states are of three, solid, liquid, gas. For gas we have to indicate G, for liquid you have to indicate L, for solid will indicate S. If any substance is present with the water, we have to write as an aqueous. Okay, so this is the first one, expressing their physical state. And second one is, so whenever any heat is released, okay, this is the first one. First thing is you have to write their physical state. The second one is, in the chemical reaction, if their heat is released, so whenever heat is released, it is known as exothermic reaction. Whenever heat is absorbed, we can say that it is an endothermic reaction. So whenever heat is released, at the end of the product you have to write plus Q, or whenever the heat is gained, we have to write minus Q. Okay, so this is the second one, expressing the heat changes. If it is exothermic, you can write plus Q at the product, and when it is endothermic, you have to write minus Q at the product. Next we have to write whenever any gas is evolved. So whenever you see any gas evolved, so whenever any gas is evolved, you have to put a upward arrow mark. Okay, already you have seen the third activity, the hydrogen gas is released. You have to put a upward arrow mark. This is physical state is gas, and you have to put a upward arrow mark. And whenever you see any white precipitate is formed, the fourth one is precipitate. So whenever any precipitate is formed, you have to put downward arrow. This downward arrow will represent in the second activity we have seen barium sulfate. This is a precipitate form. We have to put downward arrow. And it's saying whenever any temperature, pressure is applied, we have to write in the above the arrow mark. Suppose we have some pressure of 120 atmospheric, temperature of 1200 degrees Celsius. These are all the things we need to write on above this arrow mark if it is heated. Okay, so this is the next topic, how to make the chemical equation more informative. So totally you will have 4 topics. Okay, so first you'll have what is the chemical changes. Next topic is writing a chemical equation. Next, balancing a chemical equation. Fourth one is how to make the chemical equation more informative. Next we have some interpretation with the balanced equation. Okay, we'll have some problems. So we'll have some problems. We can say interpretation with chemical equation. You have to find like mass, volume, and number of molecules. Okay, these things we'll learn in the next video. Okay, thank you. Keep watching.